Hi everyone, welcome to my live creative time today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Let me just fix that camera up. There we go. So welcome. It is great to be here for another fun afternoon of crafting. And I've got some new things to show you and some retiring things to show you. So lots and lots to share today. All right, so while everybody is finding their notifications that I've gone live, I'll just bring this up, this live feed up on my other devices so that I can see all of your comments there. Okay. Now, sorry I'm a few minutes late today. I was just waiting for my girls to come in from outside. They've been putting up some Christmas decorations out the front today. And then a wasp came in the garage, so I had to go and help them to try and get rid of the wasp out of the garage so that it doesn't come in the house next time we open up the garage door. So that is what has been happening. It's been busy. Okay. All right. There we go. Everything is all set up. So, as you are jumping on, say hi. Let me know that you're here. Hey, Julie, how are you? Great to have you here. How was your weekend? Let me know what you got up to. We had a lovely weekend, actually. Our daughter is down from Queensland for the weekend. She had some dancing competitions yesterday. It was her team's dancing competitions. If anyone has heard of physical culture, otherwise known as Fizzy, that is the type of dancing that she does. For those of you not in Australia, you might, or over on the West Coast, you might not have heard what Fizzy is. But physical culture has been around for many years. I don't even know how many years. It's a lot now. I can't remember. But anyway, it's kind of a combination of different dancing styles, and it's become more dancey over the years, but you know, they have their certain positions and things like that. There's a lot of deportment and posture. They do some marching and all sorts of things like that. So yeah, so she's been doing that since she was 2, and my other daughter used to do it as well, but she doesn't do it anymore. And I used to do it for a little while as well, until I hurt my back and I couldn't do it anymore. So yeah, so we went and watched I think we were there for about 5 hours of comps yesterday. She was in 2 different teams. So, yeah, so it was there. We were there for quite some time. And, yeah, it was really good. She hadn't competed for a few years. So it had been quite a while since we'd been watching competitions. So, yeah, it was good. Good to be back. Good to see lots of old friends and catch up with people again. So that was really lovely. Hi, Rose. How are you? Great to have you with us today. Julie said she had a good weekend. Oh, you had a 50th birthday on Saturday night. Nice. Oh, and you started your Christmas cards. Fantastic. Good to hear. Good to hear. And then on Sunday, you went to your parents' house for lunch. Oh, lovely. Sounds like you had a great weekend. And good to get some crafting in there as well. So on, so that was my day yesterday. Oh, also in the morning yesterday, I went to the celebration of the preschool I used to work in. It's celebrating 50 years this year of the preschool being open. And so I went to the celebration for that on Sunday morning. So that was really lovely as well. Seeing all my old teammates and, well, some of my old teammates, some of the new and current team that are working there. And then a lot of our friends from, or my friends from the church who support the preschool as well. So that was really lovely just to catch up with all of them. And I think I was one of the last ones to leave. So yeah, it was really lovely just having, you know, those chats and catching up and seeing how everyone is going. Because I've been away from there for about 3 years now. So, well, it'll be 3 years next month, middle of next month. So yeah, it's gone really quickly. But anyway, so that was lovely. So it was really exciting. Oh, and saw some of the past and still current as well, preschool families as well, and some of the kids that have grown up quite a lot since I saw them last. So yeah, so that was really great. So it was a really busy day yesterday, but it was good. And and then we got home. I think we got home about 9 o'clock. So yeah, pretty long day. So slept very well last night. Yes, and then on Saturday, because our daughter had come home on Saturday, we just spent some time with her, and then the girls went off to do some things, and so I was playing, but I can't tell you what I was playing with because I was making some special team gifts for Christmas for my team, but I can't share what they are yet until I have sent them out. So I will share that more of that next month once they get sent out. But yes, getting prepared a little bit earlier this year, but had lots and lots of fun. So yeah, so I can't wait to share that. But anyway, feel free to chat with me as we are crafting today and looking at products. Hope you've got your cuppa with you. I've got my tea today. It's a little bit cooler today. I haven't been drinking as much tea lately, especially when I've been filming, because it's been too hot. But today it's a little bit cooler, but now as I say that, I'm heating up, I think probably because I'm talking. But yeah, I've got my, what have I got today? English breakfast today. Yeah, so feel free to craft along or just sit back and relax and let me share with you what I have for you today. Now, we've got a few things coming up. So let me tell you a couple of those things. First of all, I have got my November tutorial bundle available. Now, this one has got 52, let me get that right, yeah, 52 project tutorials in there, including all step-by-step instructions and all the photographs for each of those projects. So that's 52 projects that you could create. Some are Christmas inspired, some are just other themes. We've got some seasonal things in there. There's products from the online exclusives as well as the mini catalog. We've got any annual catalog products? Yep, annual catalog products. So there's a big mixture of products that are in those projects. So if you are a customer of mine, when you shop with me, you get this for free with orders over $75. If you are not, sorry, I got a hair in my face, it's sticking in my eye. If you are not a customer of mine, you might have your own demonstrator already, or perhaps you are a demonstrator yourself. You can actually purchase this whole tutorial bundle for $28. Now I have updated my blog with all of the tutorial bundles, because when I went to my blog the other day, I realized that I hadn't put any of the newer tutorials on there since I think April or something, so terribly slack of me. So I went and I've updated that, so you can check all the past ones as well for this year. So there'll be a lot in there from that use annual catalog product and mini catalog product, online exclusives. So go to my blog and check that out. You'll find that under tutorial bundles. And my blog, in case you don't have my blog, let me grab this. I'll have to print this. It's getting a bit ratty now, but this is my blog, mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. And if you go there and click on tutorial bundles, then you'll be able to see all of them there if you would like to order any of those from me. As I said, each one is $28. I collaborate with demonstrators from all around the world with this one in the Crafty Collaborations group. And so there's lots of fantastic projects in there, lots and lots of creative inspiration. So feel free to check those out on my blog. And as I said, if you are a customer of mine, you will get this for free when you shop with me this month and spend $75 or more. So every month there's a new tutorial bundle, and we have a different number of projects depending on who is contributing that month. So I think 52 is the highest we've had. I think once before we had 52, and that's the highest we've ever had. So yeah, so lots and lots of inspiration. So definitely go to my blog and check that out. Also too, if you are interested, if you go to my blog, and depending on which device you are on as to how much of the menu across the top you can see, if you see 3 little dots or you see the word more, if you click on that, it'll drop down the rest of the menu of all the pages that are on my blog, because I have different pages on there with different things. So you can see my upcoming classes, well, the calendar of events. You can see the tutorials. You can get to my shop link from there, my join link, if you're interested in having a look at some information about joining Stampin' Up! And my crafting community. And also too, I have some technique tutorials that are available on there as well, which is on a separate page. And you can see that when you go there and click on those 3 little dots or the more button to see more of the menu. So they are there as well if you would like. And each one of the technique tutorials has videos that goes along with it too. So yeah, so anyway, go there, check that all out. Let me know if there's anything that I can help you with. Just feel free to email me or send me a message in Messenger, and I'd love to be able to help you out with those things. All right. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? Lovely to have you here with us today. Okay. All right. Now, the other thing is, today is the last day to register for my All About Autumn card class. So registration's closed tonight at 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. And for this class, we have got 5 beautiful projects, including a fun fold card. And it's a fun fold that I haven't done before. So yeah, it's a really interesting fun fold card. And yeah, so we've got the beautiful projects in this class. Now, in this class, you will get, when you register for this class, if you're here in Australia, so I should say there's 2 options. So if you're here in Australia, you can register for the full class. So you'll get products included in that class. You can add on additional product if you would like, or you can just get the products that are in the class. If you are outside of Australia, there is also a PDF option for you, a PDF tutorial option for you that is available to everyone globally, because I can email that to you. So I'll pop the link in the comments in a moment, but I'll just tell you what you get in the class first. So you'll get 12 sheets of the All About Autumn Designer Series paper, 2 pieces which are cut at 6 by 12 of the oxidized copper Specialty Designer Series paper, which is gorgeous. Got some leftovers from creating the class, but this is the gorgeous oxidized. Look at that. Isn't that just stunning? So beautiful. I love this paper. You get some of that as well. You get half a pack of the copper and natural ribbon combo. So that's this one in here. So we've got, let me take it out of the bag. We're going to use it today too anyway. Well, I'm not sure if we're using both yet or just the natural, but we've got the natural and the copper, and they come together in a pack usually. But you'll get some of that as part of the class. You'll actually get half a spool of each of those, half a pack. It also includes shipping from Stampin' Up, all the project kits so all your consumables, all the kit products, all the cardstock and everything, all prepped and cut for you. You will cut your own DSP, but we will cut all of the cardstock for you. And I think there's from memory, hang on, let me just check. Yes. Sorry. There's always so many classes on the go and projects on the go, and sometimes I forget what I've used on what. But there's also some die cut pieces from some shape dies and labels, and they are included for you as well. And also too, you get the PDF tutorial for all of the projects. The only additional thing you will need is the Autumn Leaves bundle. So if you don't already have that, that is this one and this one. So they come together as a bundle. We're using that in the class as well. Now that's not included in the class price, but if you want to get that additionally, then you can purchase that additionally if you would like to, or if you're a demonstrator, you can purchase them yourself and just purchase the class from me. So that's up to you. And then we list all of the ink pads that we use as well, so you know what colors we've used to design the class. Oh, and also too, Did we end up putting that in? Hang on a sec. Let me double check. I thought we did. But let me see. Checking the projects over here. Yes, we did. We used a little bit of linen trim in there as well, but we will put that in your packs because there wasn't enough. We didn't use enough of it to give you like a whole spool or a half a spool. So we'll pop that in your project kits for you as well, the amount that you need for those projects. So that's what you get in the class. Yeah, so I'll put the registration link in the comments for you, and then if you're interested you can go to the registration form, read all of the details in full, and then you can decide which option you would like to choose. All right, let me grab that link, class registration forms, there we go, and I'll pop that in the comments here. Now also too, it will be, there we go, it will be in the links when I upload the links to this class, to this video as well. It'll be in the links because it's in my link tree, and my link tree link has got all of the links for everything in there. You just click on that one link and then you can choose from there where you want to go. It's a very easy navigation. So the class will be in there as well. So yeah, so that's the class coming up. So definitely check that out. This is a little sneaky peek of the projects that we're creating in that class. And so they're absolutely stunning. They're really, really beautiful. So if you love nature themed projects, or you're a nature lover like me and you love nature themed projects, you will love this class. It's such a beautiful, beautiful suite. So we're going to be playing with that suite today. We're not creating any of the cards from the class, but we're going to create a card with the leftovers from what I've got left from creating the class. So I've got a few bits and pieces in here, so we'll have a little play with that today. Yeah, and so that's that. And then tomorrow, the 21st, well actually, first of all, you might see, actually you probably can't see because I've got that, I dumped the cardstock on top that I needed for today. Over here in this big box, I have got, it's quite heavy, I have got brand new product that is coming out in the January to April 2024 catalogue. And because I attended Onstage recently, which is a demonstrator only event, I was able to pre-purchase some of those brand new products. So I have them there sitting in the box, ready to show you a couple of those at the end. So be sure to stay on. Now, I'm not sure if we'll get through all of them today because I wanted to show you some other things as well. But yes, I will pull out some to share with you today. So stay tuned for that towards the end. Now, tomorrow we have got the retiring sale starting. So it's called the Last Chance Product Sale. That is going to be from the mini catalogue. So this mini catalogue here is going to be retiring very, very soon. And so the products that are in, a lot of the products that are in here are going to be going for good. Now, there's a few that are carrying over. I was trying to get the links ready for those because I've got the lists here. I've got the carryover list and I've got the Last Chance product list. Look at all these products that are retiring. And I was trying to get the link ready for you so that I could pop it in the comments today, but I had trouble with the internet and I couldn't get it working. So I couldn't do anything on the internet, and then I ended up having to reboot the router. And that was before going and helping the girls with the wasp and blah, blah, blah. So it was all happening at the last minute, and I'm like, no, I don't have time for this. So I will get those links up. I'll have them ready for tomorrow. And I will also pop them in a newsletter as well tomorrow. So if you are not yet subscribed to my newsletter, go to my blog and you can subscribe there to my newsletter. You'll see a pop-up will come up, or you can click on the subscribe to my newsletter button at the top on the right-hand side, and you can subscribe to my newsletter, and then that way you can stay up to date with all of the latest Stampin' Up! News, sales, specials, all the things that are coming up. Hey Angela, how are you? Great to see you. Well, not that I can physically see you, but it's great to have you here with us. Yeah, so there are so many products. So I thought that we might just have a quick little scan through the catalogue and have a look and see which things are retiring. And then the carryover list, there's quite a few things that are carrying over, which is great, but there's more things that are retiring than are carried over. Now, some of the things that are retiring are discounted at the moment. Some are not, but they won't be available after they sell out. And in saying that too, we don't know if some things might be further discounted or additional items might be discounted at some point throughout the sale. So the sale will continue until the catalogue retires, which is, I believe, the 5th of January. Is that right? 3rd of January. 3rd of January, the catalogue finishes. So yeah, so between tomorrow and the 3rd of January, whatever is left, once it goes, it'll be gone for good. It'll be sold. Once it's sold out, that's it. They're not getting any more in. So if you had anything on your wish list from this catalogue, I'll just put those close by so they're nice and handy. If you had anything on your wish list from the mini catalogue, be sure to grab it while you can, as soon as that retiring list comes out tomorrow, or the sale starts tomorrow. Yeah, so that you don't miss out, because you'll be disappointed, and we don't want to get disappointed, do we, with products that we love? All right, so I think what I'll do is I will tip the camera down onto the desktop. We'll have a little quick look through at some of the things that are retiring. We probably might not get through all of them because there's quite a few. And then we'll do a quick project. Hopefully it'll be quick. I thought I've got some extra bits and pieces that had been stamped and die cut and everything already. So I thought maybe we could throw together something, like I've got a little packet here of all the leftover bits from when we were designing the class, and I thought maybe we can put something together with those and with the papers that are left. So hopefully we can whip something up quickly. All right, so I'm going to tip the camera down onto the desktop and then we can start having a look. And remember, I've got brand new product to show you as well at the end, so stick around for that too. All right, now also too, so subscribe to my newsletter if you haven't already. If you are watching me here on Facebook and you're not yet following or you haven't yet liked my Facebook page, please do that so that you can stay updated and get notified whenever I post anything, because I post creative content on here, as well as the latest sales and specials and things like that too. And yeah, and all different, I post things about my life here as well. So if you want to get to know me a little bit too. So yeah, so feel free to do that. And over on my YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe as well so that you get updated every time, or notified I should say, every time I upload a new video, so you'll never miss out on anything. Alrighty, so I am going to flip the camera down, so bear with me. Here we go. Alrighty, I'll just cover that up so that I don't make you all dizzy while I do this. So there's a bit of adjustment that needs to happen. Okay, there we go. See if that is looking straight-ish. Get some lights down on. Now I grabbed out some cardstock for our crafting. I've got some vanilla and some crumb cake. We might grab out some extra colours if we need them down the track, but I'll move those out of the way for the moment. Okay. Now, any of these products that you see in this catalogue, you will find in my online store, so long as they're not already unorderable, if they have already run out. So yes, but you'll find them on my in my online store, and you can find my store through my blog. You'll see the shop button on my blog, so go to mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. Click on the shop button, or you can go to my website, which is mandywitherby.stampinup.net. Same thing, click on the shop button, and then be sure to use my November 2023 host code. And remember, when your orders go over $75, you'll get that tutorial bundle. Alrighty, hey Dimity, how are you? Lovely to have you with us. All right, so let's have a little look. So there are lots and lots of products in here. So I'm just going to go through some of the ones that are discounted. I'm not going to go through the entire retiring list because, as I showed you, and this is printed out so small. So this is really great to look at on your computer so that you can enlarge the font, because it's very hard to read in this tiny, tiny font because look at all the products that are on there. So it printed out so tiny because there's so many products on there. And then that's our carryover list there. I haven't marked the carryover items in my catalogue yet. I haven't had a chance to do that as yet because, you know, it's been a busy time lately. All right. Now, you might remember that I had a class recently using the Merry Bold and Bright suite, and we created some projects during one of my live creative times using this suite. So this one is a beautiful suite, and we've got 20% off the Merry and Bright dies. Okay, so they were $58 and now they're $46.40. This is all going to be in Australian dollars. So if you are in a different market, I'm not sure if the retiring list is the same in every market or if there are differences. I'm not quite sure. So maybe just if you're overseas, if you're not in Australia, just check with your demonstrator, or if you are a demonstrator, check on the demonstrator website, because you might have different items, and of course the prices will be different prices in different currency. So great saving on those. The tiny Christmas tree dies, which is this one here. It's kind of a little bit hard to see, but it does like a background cut out of all these tiny little trees. It is 30% off, so it was $51, now it's $35.70. 10% off the Stars at Night stamp set. This is a really beautiful stamp set, and I actually had that one out to play with today, and then I thought, no, well, I've got my class coming up tomorrow, or the registration's closed tomorrow, so I thought I'll save this one hopefully for next week, so long as nothing else crops up. And today we do the All About Autumn projects. So yeah, so 10% off the stamp set, which is great. That's a beautiful suite, that one. Then we've got 20% off the Shop the Town stamp set. So that's this one here. And these ones coordinate with the dies from the Le Shop suite in the annual catalogue as well. I won't go through all of the prices. You can probably see the prices there on my little sticky note anyway. I'll move it over a little bit. Okay, so the Berry Christmas suite, there's a lot of product in this suite, and this is just so adorable. This one's been very popular. We've got 10% off the Berry Christmas Memories and More cards. That's the card pack. We've got 30% off the cards and envelopes, and 30% off the adhesive back glittered sequins. Oh my goodness, I love these. These are so, so pretty. I think I've used most of mine now. So there's quite a few specials on that suite. Now, if you don't remember all of this, then, I mean, feel free to pull out your catalogue and mark them down too. Or just from tomorrow, go to the website. There'll be a promotion page for the last chance sale. So just click on that and it'll take you to all of the products and you'll be able to see what's discounted there. Sending Cheer stamp set, which is this one here. This one here. This one is actually 40% off. It's now only $25.20. Well, from tomorrow. So tomorrow being the 21st of November. Okay. So yeah, that's a really great special on that stamp set. And that's great. You can create the little tags with them as well, or you can just use it as a stamp set on its own. And then we've also got 40% off the Sending Cheer dies, which coordinate. So 40% off the stamp set, 40% off the dies, and the dies you've got all of the little tags as well. So $36.30 for the dies. That's really cheap. Really, really cheap die set. Then the Wishes All Round dies. So that's the dies down here. Make those beautiful wreaths. That one is 30% off. It is a good deal, isn't it, Julie? Yeah, it's a really great one. And in fact, I could see you using those ones, Julie, on your Christmas cookies and your Christmas yummies. Yeah, that's a really good one, that one. Then we've got the Above It All stamp set, which is this one here with your little gondola or little like skyway. That one is 30% off, only $24.50 now for this stamp set, which is amazing. Yes, you can too, Julie. Yeah, oh, add it to your shopping list. The nested treat boxes, which are these little ones here, which you can decorate. These ones, great for gift giving, or if you want to make your own advent calendar, or even if you want to make little boxes for little gifts, or even like if you wanted to make like a little boxes for like jewelry, or for children to put little trinkets in or something like that, they would be great for that. They're 40% off, only $12.15 now, and you get 8 boxes. That's really, really cheap. That's a really great special. And 40% off the precious pine cones. So let me remove the stickers here so you can see all of the stamps. And the precious pine cones, you see that? I'll move that over a little bit. The precious pine cones is a reversible stamp set, so you can use both sides of it. So you can use the solid side for the colouring rather than colouring by hand. And then you've got the detail side as well. So each one of those stamp sets is, each one of those stamps, I should say, is reversible. So that's really cool. 40% off is a really great special. Oops. In fact, those little boxes would be cute with yummy treats in them too. And you could decorate them up and then give them as a gift at Christmas. I'm always looking for great ideas for gift packaging. Then we've got 50% off the Fruitful Blessings, which is this one here. That's a really good deal. $21 for that stamp set. These are beautiful ones. If you love colouring, this is a really beautiful stamp set for that. And then 50% off the Fruitful Dies, which are the coordinating dies. Oh, wow. Do you know what? This one was on my original wish list, and I never ended up getting it because I got so many other products that I kind of had to stop myself. And this is one that I didn't end up getting, but it's really lovely, and it's very tempting at 50% off. So 50% off the stamp set, 50% off the dies. Oh my goodness, the dies are only $29 now. Wow. So I had Amber go through and label this all for me, which saved me a lot of time not having to do it. So thank you, Amber. Okay, so if you want to stock up for Halloween for next year, we've got 30% off the Bag of Bones stamp set, and 40% off the glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts, which were the embellishments, the glow-in-the-dark embellishments. So if you want to stock up on those for next year. 30% off the Trick or Treat stamp set. And we've got 40% off the Pick of the Patch stamp set, which is this one here, which is really cute with all the pumpkins, and 40% off the coordinating Builder Punch as well. So that's that one there. So that's a good special as well. There's 30% off the Mixed Medley stamp set, which is this one here. Got some great sort of textures in there. This one coordinates with one of the punches that we already have, I think, or is it a die set? Yeah, coordinates with the Ink and Tile Punch Pack and the Circle Punch as well. The for the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. But yeah, these ones coordinate with one of the punches that we have in the annual catalogue. Then we've got, oh, I love this one. I should show you that one. I made a card. I haven't posted it yet. I made a card for my daughter's birthday last month using this stamp set. And did I post it yet? No, I don't think I did. Oh gosh, I'll have to go back and have a look. But I just love this one, and this one is 10% off now. This is Whale Watching. We've got these beautiful orcas in here and lovely rocky sort of scene, and we've got the waves and the water and the clouds, some stars and the moon. This one doesn't have any sentiments, so you can add your own sentiments to that one. But yeah, 10% off that one. That's really beautiful. So if you have any marine animal lovers out there, such as I do with my daughter, that was a great one for her. Then we've got 50% off the classic gift cards and envelope. Hang on a sec, let me take this off here. Classic gift card envelopes. Oh, sorry, that's these little ones, the gift card envelopes, the little ones with the little sort of scallopy top to them. So they have a little locking mechanism where they tuck in the little slot on the back. They're 50% off. Oh, they're now only $5.25. Wow, how many do you get in that? 20 envelopes for $5.25, those little ones. They are 5.7 by 8.9 centimeters. So they're little ones for little gift cards. They might, I wonder if they would fit a, let's have a look. I wonder if they would fit a, like an actual, well, it says gift card envelope, so I'm assuming that they would fit a standard, you know, gift card, like a Visa gift card or a Target gift card or a Big W gift card. They're 5.7 centimeters wide. 5.7, wait, let's see, 5.7, so it's that wide by 8.9 long, 8.9 long. Oh, yeah. They should do. But yeah, they're cute for making little, just little gift cards as well to add on to your, you know, add into your little gifts and things. And 50% off the Year to Celebrate stamp set. I love this one, how you can coordinate the different pieces, which is really fun. So that's a great special as well, 50% off both of those. Then we've got the Cheers to the Season stamp set. This one is 20% off. So it's a really lovely one with a distinctive, it's a distinctive stamp set with all of the different shadings in there, give you a more realistic stamped image. We've got, oh, you've probably seen me use this one a couple of times. I love this stamp set. The Curved Occasion stamp set, that one is 10% off. So yeah, I've still got my orange tag in there from when I created with that a couple of weeks ago. Did you see my little pink card I made with the, actually let me grab it. I think I've still got it here. Oh, no, I don't. It's been put out in the other room. I don't have it here. Yeah, but I created with this little card, made a cute pink card a few weeks ago, which is really cute. So yeah, 10% off that stamp set. That's an awesome bargain. And then we've got the cute thermos over here, the Warmest Heart stamp set. That's 60% off. Wow. So that's only going to be $12.80 now for that little thermos. So if you love a little bit of nostalgia, going back to the days when we used to use a lot of those thermoses, some of you may still use them, and especially if you have husbands or partners that are tradies that have to take their lunch and their cups of tea and coffee everywhere with them, then perhaps they still are using a thermos like that. So yeah, 60% off that. And then Warmest Heart dies, which coordinate, they're 40% off. So that's amazing. That's an amazing special on both of those. Super fun. So there you go. So they're all the ones that are on special, but of course there are many other products that are retiring on that retiring list that are not discounted at this stage. Not to say that they might not be. So may or may not be. We don't know yet. Yeah, so they're just the discounted ones. As I said, the list is long. So if there's anything in that mini catalogue that you love, then be sure to grab that while you can. A few things that are carrying over was the curved label punch, which we used when we, I think we used it when we did the little car. And I've used it a few times actually, so you might have seen me use that. The Merriest Trees stamp set and dies are carrying over. We used that a few times as well, but they won't be bundled once they carry over, so they'll go back to full price. You know, at the moment you can get them as a bundle with 10% discount. That's the other thing. When you're looking at the list of retiring products, just check, because there are some little asterisks on some of them. So the products might not be retiring necessarily, those ones that have the asterisks, but if they are carrying over, they will not normally carry over as a bundle. So if you love them and you had them on your wish list, get them now while you can get that 10% discount on the bundle, because once they carry over, you'll pay full price and you'll have to get them individually. Okay, so that's a little bit about the carryover list and the last chance. So be sure to check that out tomorrow. Julie says, yes, those gift boxes fit a standard gift card. Oh, have you got some of those, Julie? That's awesome. Is that the little envelopes you mean? The little gift card envelopes? Has a separate insert card which you insert your gift card on. Oh, okay, that goes into the little envelope. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Julie. Thanks for letting us know. That was this one back here. These ones here. Oh, that's really cool. Thanks for letting us know about that, Julie. That's cool. Right. Yep. Cool. Sorry, just scrolling back through to see comments. Oh, hey, Glenda. How are you? Great to have you here. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, there you go. So, yeah. So they're a good bargain. What did I say they were? About $12 or something for 20 envelopes with the little cards in them to put the gift card in. That's cool. Great idea. All right. So today we are going to be playing with the All About Autumn suite, because I have got a class coming up which is closing tomorrow using this suite, and I just absolutely love these products. This has been, I think, my favorite suite in the whole catalog. And I'm sad that it's retiring, but let me check if, I'll have a look on the, just wanted to see if everything in here is actually retiring. What page is this? 42. Let's see, page 42. Oh, it's not on that. Nothing is on the carryover list from this page. So this suite is actually retiring as well. So, yes, definitely take up my class if you love this, because, oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Page 44, which is the next one. Sorry. The photopolymer stamp set and the dies, the autumn leaves dies, are carrying over, but they won't be in a bundle. Okay, but all of the other products are retiring. So the beautiful paper is retiring. Oh, the embossing folder must be, is the embossing folder retiring too? It's not on the list. Oh no, here we go, 43. Oxidized tile, oh sorry, distressed tile 3D embossing folder is carrying over. Oh, thank goodness, because I love that one. I'm glad that's carrying over. The oxidized copper 12 by 12 designer series paper is going to carry over. Oh, that's great, because that's beautiful paper. But the DSP is going, and the embellishments are going, and the ribbon, it looks like, might be going as well. Yes. The stamp set and dies are carrying over, but not as a bundle. So currently, you can save 10% if you purchase the stamp set and the dies together as a bundle. And you'll save yourself 10%. So if you love these, then grab them while they're on a discount at 10%, because, yeah, otherwise you'll be paying full price. And they are a distinctive stamp set as well. You've got all the beautiful shading and, you know, the realistic look to them. All right. So a while ago, you might remember I did play with this suite because it was my favorite in this catalog. And I'll just leave that open for a moment. Just pop that over to the side. And you might remember that I made this card. Okay, do you remember me making this one? It was quite a while ago. It was at when the couple of months ago, probably, when the catalog first came out. And I did lots of distressing, lots of layers. Basic layout actually, but it's just I added lots of, you know, elements on top. So that's one that I did create before. So if you purchase my class, you can I'm happy to send you the video of this one as well, so that you'll have instructions to create this card also if you would like to. And then as well as that, I thought today we'll do another card using this suite, and I liked this one here because I was thinking, oh, what am I going to create today, because I've only got bits and pieces left over. Now, this is what I've got left over from the class packet. because when I'm designing a class, I put together myself a class packet, what I'm going to offer in the class, so that I know what I've got to work with. It's kind of how we do it. And sort of these are the leftover bits and pieces. Plus I had some leftover stamped bits and pieces. So I thought we might be able to incorporate some of those, but I really love this. So I thought, well, maybe we could do something like that and just change it up a little bit to what we've got left over. So yeah, I thought we'd have a little play with that today. All right. So let me just pop this over to the side. Okay. And I think we might start with, let's pull out all of these bits and pieces and just see what we have in here. All right, I'm going to have a sip of my tea. It's still hot. Those Stampin' Up mugs keep it so warm that it stays hot for ages. Oh, I've even got a sentiment stamped, but I am going to use vanilla, not white, so I'll put that one to the side. For the stamped images, these have all actually been stamped on white as well, but that might be okay. We've got different colors here. I'll show you how to use the stamp set again in case you missed my last live, because there are different components in the stamp set. You layer them together, and then also with the dies as well. Got some little sentiment labels. That one's on white as well, and we've got some stamped leaves and some die cut leaves. How gorgeous is this maple leaf? I just absolutely love this. So cute, this little die. It reminds me of, so when I was growing up, I may have told this story when I used this sweet last time, I'm not sure, but when I was growing up, we had giant liquid amber trees in the backyard. They are a form of maple, but they're called liquid amber, and we had 2 huge liquid amber trees in our backyard, and I was a climber when I was a kid, believe it or not, before the days of having bad backs and things. And I would climb up the trees. I would catch the cicadas during the summertime. We used to get so many cicadas, green grocers, the yellow bakers, was that they called? The black princes. We used to get the big black princes. Nowadays you only see the little tiny black princes. We used to get the really big black princes back then. Yeah, the green grocers were the most common, but if you found a yellow baker, like they were so beautiful. Anyway, so that reminds me of these. And then, you know, when the leaves used to drop, we would rake up the leaves into big piles and then, of course, play in them and jump in them and, you know, be silly as kids do, and had lots of fun. So great memories whenever I see a maple leaf. Reminds me of the liquid amber trees I used to climb when I was a kid. Oh, and we used to string across, what did they call it? The bush telegraph, where you have the bits of string, and on each end of the string you have a tin can, and you hang them, you know, you put the can up to your ear to listen to what the other person is saying. And we would string them across the 2 big trees. So I'd be up in one tree, I'd have a friend up in the other tree, and yeah, lots and lots of. I always wanted a cubby house up in the trees, but I never got one. All right. So these are some of the bits and pieces we've got. So let's pop them over to the side. And I will just show you, I'll keep that sentiment label too. So this is what I've got left from the DSP and from the oxidized specialty paper. I've got some strips, so we can use those to decorate the inside. Got a few. Oh, look, that might be a little sneaky peek from one of the cards in the class. We've got some bits that have been die cut out of some of the oxidized paper. Oh, there's another triangle. All right, so basically we've got all these little bits and pieces, and then we have got this gorgeous paper. This paper just had such beautiful scenes on it, and then you got these gorgeous textures and some sort of like mosaic type patterns on the reverse sides of some of them. Some beautiful pumpkins. The bookshelf, I love this old-fashioned bookshelf. We used that on one of the cards. Beautiful colors and textures. Oh my goodness. I think this one was my favorite one. This one. This is only a sample. This is only a portion of the piece because we used it on one of the cards for the class, but just so beautiful. I want to do something with that actually too. Just so beautiful. It's just so peaceful, isn't it? Really beautiful photographic images on, look, there's those liquid amber trees. See that metallic in there? So we've got some oak leaves there as well. Beautiful moody mauve. This one I love. So I love the texture in this blanket. Just makes me think of cozying up on a couch. And in fact, I have the couch here. I had in mind something to do today, but I just couldn't work it out. I wanted it to look like I had the rug sort of slung over the lounge and then have a couple of cushions on there, but I thought, oh, that's going to take too long to try and work that out. So I kind of went away from that idea. I might fiddle with that when I've got a little bit more time, but I just love the idea of the rug thrown over the back of the couch. And this couch reminds me of my aunt and uncle's house. They used to have one of these leather couches and they lived out on property. They used to own a grapevine. We call them a block. They grew sultana grapes. So I spent many a fun time on their property and they had one of these lounges. So whenever I see this, it reminds me of visiting their house. So yeah, I could tell you lots and lots of fun stories about my aunt and uncle. Rides on their tractor. My uncle used to take me for rides on the tractor. Yeah, all different sorts of things. He was a bit of a character, my uncle. He sadly passed away quite a number of years ago. But my aunt is still alive, and I visit her whenever I can, but I haven't been down there for about 3 years. So I hope to get back there sometime soon. Now, this is the oxidized paper. I showed you that before as well, okay? So it doesn't come as part of this paper pack. This comes on its own in 12 by 12 sheets in a pack together. These two come. And these are some of the papers from the DSP. All right, so let's take a piece of this because we are going to use this, but we're going to do a card similar to what's in the catalogue. Because it's great to get inspiration from the catalogue. If you have, if you've lost your creative inspiration, or you're a bit stuck about where to start, or perhaps you're new to card making, then taking inspiration from the catalogue is a great idea. Not only do they like to Stampin' Up! Like to show us how we can use the products, but they like to give us samples that can inspire us creatively. So, you know, I just really love this one. So I thought, well, let's do something like that today, but we'll change it up a little bit. All right, so we are going to start with a card base of, I think we're going to have crumb cake today. We've got crumb cake and vanilla cardstock here. So I work in metric measurements because I'm here in Australia and that's what most of us use now. Well, it is our standard measurements. Some people still like to use inches. Occasionally I do if I'm working with scrapbooking or memories and more cards, but generally I use centimeters. So I think we're going to have a, you know what, let's do, let me think. No, I think I'll do it this way. So I'm going to cut this cardstock. This is an A4 sheet of cardstock. So I'm going to cut it in half at 14.85. Now, some people say to me, why do you do the 0.85? Why do you do the extra little 5? Because that is exactly half. You might choose to just do, you might choose to cut your cardstock at 14.8, but then just know that your other piece is going to be 14.9. So you might need to change your measurements slightly if you're doing, you know, mats, different layers on there. I do mine at 14.85 because it is exactly half, and I know all of my measurements from that point, and I know that they'll always be the same. All right, then we're going to score that. So I'll move my dark blade away and we'll use our light colored scoring blade. I'm going to score that at 10.5. or 10.5. Same thing, 10.5, 10.5. Give that a few goes with the scoring blade. Now that's in half, and then I'm going to use the edge here and the edge here to just line this up and get a nice even fold there. Even though I scored that, sometimes, you know, when we go to fold it, we can not fold it well. You know, I do that all the time. So I came across this little trick from another demonstrator, and I've been using it ever since. So then we get a nice even fold around our card. All right, now we're going to need to cut some DSP. So I'll leave this here. And you know what I just realized? I didn't set my watch on my phone, sorry, on do not disturb. So I can just do that now from my watch, which is very handy. So I don't need to fiddle with my phone. Okay, so that is there. Now, let's see. We want a strip of this going across the card. And I'm just thinking, if we want, we could cover the entire thing, or we can have just a strip. I don't want to use all of this up because, as I said, I still wanted to try that other card. So I might just, let's see. I might cut this in half. Will half be enough? Half might not be enough, actually. Maybe I'll have to ditch my idea of the other card. What if we go like that? Let's see, we're winging it a little bit today, guys. We'll take off 0.5 centimetre either side. So that's taking off a full centimetre, and this is 15.2 centimetres, I believe. All right, so let's cut this at 14.2. Now, I'm looking at the texture of the paper. To me, it looks like the blanket sort of needs to go that way. If you had it that way, the weave would be, because if you look at the weave or the knit on the pattern of the knit, to me it looks like it has been knitted that way. But I guess it depends on how the rug is laying. But I'm going to go there. So I'm going to cut this at 14.2. Oops, let's open that. Oh no, sorry, not 14.2. I want to take 1 centimetre off the width of this. So it's going to be 9.5. Yes, so I'm not taking the width off this, I'm taking the width off this. So 9.5. Which way was it? That way, yeah. Let's go this way. This way. 9.5. 9.5. Okay. 9.5. And I'm going to leave it the same width as the card. So the width was 14.85. So I'll just trim this paper down to 14.85. I only need to take a little bit off. There we go. Just a little sniffy bit off the edge there. There we go. And then that goes all the way to the edges there, like that. Now you could leave it just like that, actually. You could leave it just like that because we've got, I think it goes really well with the crumb cake. However, so I've got a little bit left of this. I'm not sure if my other idea will work with this small amount, but I'll have a little play and see what I come up with. If I get a chance to, that is too. Okay. Alrighty. So what I might do now is come in with a piece of Very Vanilla. Where did I put that? There it is. Very Vanilla. So I'm going to trim that down. I've got my ribbon there ready to go. Trim this one down. So tell me, does anybody else have memories of their childhood to do with trees? Climbing trees, playing in the leaves, raking the leaves. Did you have trees in your backyard as a child when you were growing up? Do you have special memories around trees? I love trees. We also had jacaranda trees in our backyard growing up. And in the summertime, it was, they used to drop their flowers so much that we often couldn't go out in the backyard because there were so many bees in the backyard from all the jacaranda flowers. But when they weren't flowering, I loved climbing those as well. And I loved the leaves on the jacaranda tree. They have very fine little leaves on like a large flat, almost like a ferny kind of looking stem. If you haven't seen jacarandas, I used to love to strip off the little tiny leaves, really, really tiny little leaves. I used to love to strip them off the main, you know, vine part, not vine, vein part of the leaves. And we used to get the little seed pods too, the little flat seed pods, and they used to open up, and then if you trod on one of those, that always hurt. Okay, let's have a look at our picture. Hang on one sec. Oh, let's bring that over. All right, so we've got a strip of vanilla across the middle there. So we need a narrow piece. Let's see, how wide do we want that? We don't want to cover up all of that blanket, that rug. About that wide, I reckon. Just measure that. What is that? That's about 5.5. Yeah, I reckon 5.5. How will they look on that? 5.5. Yeah, I think that'll be a good width actually. Let's see. 5. Maybe we'll go 5. 5.5. We might go 5 centimeters. Oh, you did, Glenda. You were a real tomboy. Oh, me too. Jumped off the shed with an umbrella like Mary Poppins. Never broke any bones. Oh my goodness, Glenda. I used to jump off my garage as well. We had a flat roof. Well, it was slightly sloped roof on our garage, and it was like corrugated. You know what? I think it was probably asbestos. So let's just hope I don't develop anything later in life. But yeah, it was like that rippled sheeting on the roof, and it was flat roof or slightly sloping. And I used to jump off into the pile of leaves as well. I don't know did I ever use an umbrella? I think I might have too, you know. But it never broke your fall, did it? Oh, that's so great. We've got, yeah, some shared childhood memories. That's really cool. Well, not that they're not the same experience really, because we were in different places, but you know what I mean? Like similar experiences, which is really cool. Yes, I never broke any bones either, surprisingly. I was always climbing the fence, jumping off the garage roof, climbing the trees. Never broke anything until my son headbutted me when he was about 4 and broke my nose. That was the first broken thing I ever had. Never had any other broken bones, thankfully. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of detailing, die cutting on this. Well, embossing really, but it's with dies from the die set, which we didn't look at yet, did we? Ah, you grew up on a farm, the best days of your life. Yes. Well, my family was actually, well, my parents were from country Victoria. So I grew up holidaying in country Victoria, and I guess, you know, the country's sort of in my blood, I suppose. And yeah, so just always loved all of that. Loved visiting my aunties and uncles in the country, playing out on their fruit blocks and climbing trees there too. Picking the grapes fresh off the vine and eating them straight from the... Well, they're probably covered in pesticides, but, you know, we didn't worry about that when we were kids, did we? Nowadays, I would never eat anything without washing it first. Well, that fruit, that is. Or peeling it, one or the other. Yeah, good memories, hey? Good memories. All right, so we're going to use this one. Hey, Brenton, how you going? Great to have you with us. I'm going to use this one. So there's these two. So we've got all the dies here. Let me show you some of the dies. So we've got the solid shapes here that cut out the stamped images. Okay, so these 3 stamped images. Then we've got, so that one, and that one. Then we've got the details here with the veins of the leaf, so, or the different sized ones. This is the big one that coordinates with this one. So it matches up almost exactly with the stamp. Not quite, but almost with the stamped vein. It's a little bit different in shape, but it coordinates beautifully with the leaves. So we've got some of those. Then we've got some smaller leaves like I showed you before, the little maple leaf, and we've got the little oak leaf. And then we've got this little leaf. It's a little oak leaf and the little, I don't know what sort of leaf that is, leafy leaf and the maple leaf. So that's these two, which is this one. And then we've got these two, which is this one. And then this one and this one, which is these ones. Then we've got some beautiful frames here for some of the sentiments. Then we've got the two embossing pieces, which emboss detail. So we've got this one, which does the long lines. And then this one that does the, where's my card that I had before? It does the smaller detail. Sort of a bit hard to see because I've covered up a lot of it, but that's the one we're going to use today. So I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. So in case you missed my last card, yes. It's so great that some of you have got, you know, lovely memories as well of your childhood playing in the trees and playing on the farm, and that's so awesome. That's probably why we have bad backs. I know, right? Yes. And I also have bad hips and a bad neck. But the neck was from a car accident, so I don't attribute that to any of my jumping off garage roofs when I was a kid. But and I must say, I would have a heart attack if any of my kids did that. So I'm definitely not saying, if there are any children watching, please don't do that, because it's really not safe. And I was a little bit crazy. So I would definitely have a heart attack if I saw any children doing that these days. It's funny, isn't it, how we change as we get older? We become much more aware of danger. But yes. But yeah, bad hips, bad back, most likely from that, Glenda. All right, so this one is just going to take a little bit of time because we're going to do a few of these just randomly here and there, because I don't want the whole piece covered with the embossed detail. It kind of, so it is embossed detail, but it kind of cuts into the cardstock, if that makes sense. Like it cuts in the embossed detail. It's going to pop again. Oh, not so much that time. When I used to visit one particular aunt and uncles, my cousin, I might turn it around the other way too. My cousins, I had a male and female cousin in that family. I was kind of in the middle in age-wise between the two of them. But I got on, when I was younger, I got on quite well with my female cousin, and my male cousin and I didn't get on very well at all. And he had a friend who I really, really liked when I was growing up. And so the two boys used to chase us around the fruit block on their motorbikes. And my cousin and I used to go and hide from them. But because we were on foot, we could duck in underneath the vines so that the boys couldn't catch us. And we had to go, we had to be really fast because the boys were crazy on their motorbikes and they would just hoon up the block. So if we saw them coming, we'd have to quickly duck under the vines into the next row. And we used to go and hide up in the tree, and we used to go and get the chicken eggs and throw them for the dogs and feed the dogs the chicken eggs. And oh my goodness, we were crazy kids, but gee, we had some good times and lots of fun memories. Oh, and picking fresh, my uncle used to grow fresh peas between some of the vines, and it's the first time I ever discovered what stinging nettle was. Oh, if nobody has ever heard of stinging nettle, Google it. Oh my goodness, that stuff is horrible, very, very painful. But I didn't know much about stinging nettle back then because I was a city girl, you know, visiting the country. But I found the stinging nettle, and it wasn't pleasant, let me tell you. So I was very careful after that. What else did he used to do? He used to grow, oh, they had a fresh mandarin tree in their backyard too. I used to love going in, must have been the winter, I guess, when the citrus was in season, and we could pick the mandarins fresh from the tree, and we used to just throw the peel straight under the tree again for like compost. We didn't have to even I just thought that was so amazing that we didn't have to put the peel like in the bin. We threw it back, or we'd throw it up in the what do you call it? Up in the block, like up in the rows, for fertilizer between the block, between the rows of grapevines. I don't know if that was good fertilizer or not, but we used to do it. Oh my goodness, I'm giving away all my secrets, all my naughty childhood secrets. I was a little bit adventurous when I was younger. Kids these days, oh, don't they just, Glenda? I totally agree. What am I doing? I haven't got my plates lined up properly here. Hang on a sec. Here we go. Let's try that again. Yeah, they really do. Okay, let me just stagger my plates. I'm not staggering my plates properly here. It doesn't want to go through. Hang on a sec. Yeah, they really do miss out. I remember the first time my kids ever, I took my kids ever to the block to pick fruit when my uncle still had. Actually, I think at that stage he'd passed it on to my cousin, and by that stage my cousin and I were getting along okay, so it was all good. We were adults by then, and took my kids, and they got to pick grapes fresh from the vine, and we filled up a big shopping bag and we took them home and then brought them back to Sydney. When we came back, they just thought it was the best. I actually scrapbooked that. Oh, I should have grabbed that out. Didn't think of it. Yeah, I actually scrapbooked that day, and I made, so back then, back in the day before I was with Stampin' Up, like, oh, I don't even know how many years, 20 years ago, whatever it was. Where did it go? I had a punch that was like a maple leaf punch. I had it in a large and a small, and it didn't have the details like this. It was just a solid shape, and I punched, I don't even know how many now. I did used to know how many. I punched small maple leaves to make a grapevine, because they looked similar to a grapevine leaf. They're not exactly the same as a grapevine leaf, but yeah, I actually created a grapevine for this scrapbooking page. I'll have to pull it out and show you all one day. But yeah, anyway, we might leave that there. I think that's pretty good. That'll do. Yeah, and the kids just thought it was the best thing, because obviously my kids have been brought up in the city too, so they haven't had a lot of those country experiences that I had when I was younger, visiting my extended family. Lots of fun. I love telling stories. I love reliving all of those fun things from my childhood, and I guess a lot of you would have lovely memories as well, as Glenda has shared today too. Yeah, so feel free to share any of those memories with me if you have them. Just going to get my daubers, because you know, every time we do a card like this, a nature inspired card, we have to have a little bit of inking and daubering happening. All right, let's grab some ink pads. I have got, what have we got today? We've got crumb cake, got early espresso, copper clay, pretty peacock, pumpkin pie, and moody mauve. These are the colors that were used in the class. I think for this one, we might just go with crumb cake. I don't want it too dark. What else did we used to get up to? I used to love visiting Grandma's place, because Grandma used to grow a lot of fruit trees, so we could always go and pick the fruit straight from the fruit trees. Oh, she had the best mulberry tree up the back of her property, because she had a very narrow but long house block, and their house was very tiny at the front, little tiny weatherboard place at the front of the property, and then she had this huge, great big long backyard. And she was out of the main town. She was in a smaller town. Now let me find, oh, actually, I think I've already got my daubers out for these colours. Of course I have. Let me grab them. So I used to love to go and pick the fresh fruit from her trees. Oh my goodness, I'm just trying to think what she had. I remember the mulberries, apricots. She used to make a lot of apricot jam. Peaches, plums. Oh, the plums. The plums in Mildura were the best plums I've ever had. And I actually spent a year, it's like story time today, oh my goodness. It's taking me back, all these memories. I spent a year living in Mildura, and when I used to go, and we used to go out for sport once a week, and we had to, depending on what sport it was, as to whether or not we walked there or we got a bus there or whatever, but I used to do swimming, and the swimming pool wasn't far from the school. So we used to walk from the school down to the swimming pool. And along the way, along the side of the road, so this is the main drag of Mildura, like the main road. There used to be plum trees lining the main road, which we had to walk down. So of course, you know, us being kids, and it was on council property. So it wasn't in somebody's yard or anything, but they had these plum trees. And like, who plants plum trees like just, it doesn't really happen these days. I don't even know if those trees would still be there now. Probably not. It was too long ago. But yeah, people could just pick them and eat the plums. So we'd grab a couple of plums on the way down to the pool and eat them on our way down to sport. It was great. Loved it. And then of course Grandma had a plum tree, so I had plums, you know, all the time. And then she'd get grapes from my uncle's blocks. So I'd always be fresh fruit when I was at Grandma's, which was great. Loved it. And then, of course, all of her homemade jams. Oh, my goodness, just such good memories. Such good memories. Alrighty. Oh, I'm liking the look of that. That's going to look really great. Okay. So then we'll put that across there. I think we're going to need some twine. Now, in the catalogue, they had a piece of this sitting underneath there. So, did it go all the way across? See. No, it didn't go all the way across. So let's go there to there. I'm kind of winging it. I'm not looking up. So I could look up the instructions of what exactly they used and what colors they used and how they made this card for the catalogue, because as demonstrators we have access to recipe sheets for each of the projects in the catalogue. So that's another bonus of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, is we get access to all of these cool resources. However, I thought, no, we're going to wing it today. I'm just going to chop off. It's going to be the top. I'm going to chop off that bit at the top there because it stops it from fraying easily. We're not going to see that part anyway because that is going to be hidden. There we go. Oh, now it's not going to run properly. It's going to go really slow. There we go. Pull out some of these threads to just distress the ends of our fray, I should say, the ends of our ribbon. Oh, was that a comment I just saw popping up? Ah, okay, let's see. I've got a few comments here that I've been missing. Kind of looks like little pinpricks. Oh yeah, it does look like little pinpricks. Yeah, actually. Do you remember back in the day, does anybody remember, we used to have very fine, sort of like take your pick tools. They were called a piercing tool, which is what this is. There is the finer one now that we have that came with the updated, in the new annual catalogue. So, the current annual catalogue, we've got the fine take your pick tool, came with that and the cutting blade. Crafters Essentials, I think they're called. And let's see, so this one is much finer, and we used to pierce the cardstock. Do you remember that? There was a technique, it's called ornaire, where you pierce the cardstock in a pattern to create a pattern on the card. Anyway, I have a whole heap of old patterns still that I used to use for ornaire. But yeah, this is kind of a similar thing. So if you didn't have those dies, I guess you could just use a fine paper piercing tool and just do your own pattern on there, and that would probably look great too. So there you go. So there's a little perforating rotary blade, and then you also have the craft blade as well, if you like using a craft blade to do your fussy cutting rather than paper snips. Because I know a lot of people, back in the day, we didn't do things with paper snips. We used to do everything with a craft knife, didn't we? All right, so we'll take this end off as well. Oh, this end is running a little bit better. Oh no, keep getting stuck on that. Is it the same? Yeah, it's the top one. It's like purposely sewn along the top edge there so that it doesn't fray too much, like, or go out of control. But we want it to fray today. So just pull those extra little fibres out. You can see I'm making a nice little pile over here. There we go. Oh, the mulberry trees were the best though, weren't they? Grandma's mulberry tree was really great. I could actually climb up in her mulberry tree to get to the higher branches because the trunk of it had a low fork, whereas some of the mulberry trees, like the ones I used to have at my high school in Sydney, and probably even my aunt and uncles, so we had aunties and uncles here in Sydney, but they weren't relatives. They were just family friends, but we called them auntie and uncles. One of our aunties and uncles had a mulberry tree. But sometimes when the branches were really high, you couldn't reach all the good mulberries up high. But grandma's had a low trunk, a low fork in the trunk from memory. So I used to be able to get up quite high into hers to be able to climb up and get the higher mulberries, which is great. Miss mulberries. I loved mulberries. There we go. All right. So there we go. All right. We've got our frayed piece there. We'll get rid of all of these little extra bits that we don't need. Okay. So then that's going to go under there like that. Looks like a little bit of a rug, doesn't it? So we've got a rug and a rug. This looks like a floor mat almost. So we'll put that there, put that down a little bit lower, like that. Oops. There we go. There we go. All right, and then she takes a sip of her tea, because I'm getting thirsty now. Oh, blackberries. You like blackberries better, Glenda? I actually prefer mulberries. Isn't that interesting? Now, oh, Glenda said she was driving a tractor at the age of 10. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, I guess when you live on the land like that, you have to learn all of those skills at a very young age, don't you? Because you've got to help with the harvesting and things. Oh, you know stinging nettles well, Glenda? Yes. Aren't they awful? We used to dab, we used to use a dab of blue bottle on it. A dab of blue bottle. I don't know what they, I don't know if my aunt and uncle ever put anything on mine when I got stung. Maybe I didn't tell them. I don't know. But I remember it welted up. It was awful. Oh, you had a mulberry tree, Dimity. You sold it last week. Wow. And you love blackberries as well. Oh, there you go. And Rose said we had a cherry plum tree. Lovely to hear off the tree, a good tree to climb. Lovely to, I'm not understanding that part of the message, Rose. Lovely to eat. Oh, lovely to eat off the tree. Yes, yes, a cherry. Oh, yum. Yeah, a good tree to climb to. Yes. Oh, yeah. Isn't it great having all of those, being able to share all those wonderful memories? Oh, Glenda said the blue bottle was the bag you used to put in the rinsing water for white clothes. Oh, okay. And that used to stop the sting from the stinging nettles. Interesting. Wow, there you go. All right, so let's see what we've got left here, which I've got already stamped. I will show you one so that I can show you how to stamp them. But I just thought we might try and use what we've got. I don't know about this orange one. I think that's a bit heavy. What do you reckon? It's a bit bright, isn't it? Compared to the other colours, which are more muted. What if we put, oops, everything's sliding around now. Oh, I'm getting hot. I think my cup of tea is not helping. So what if we did this one like this? And then if we put this one on this side, they're kind of a little bit different in colour. So we've got, that's the copper clay. That is crumb cake, and that's stamped off crumb cake, I think. And then we've got early espresso in the middle, and then we've got copper clay in the middle of these two. How does that look? And then what if we put some of these other smaller leaves? Got some of these die cut. I love the purple in these die cut ones. Oh, now I'm really heating up. Hang on, I need my fan. Where's my fan? Oof. My little. So this is my pretty fan. When I get overheated in the this is one the girls gave me years ago. It frays a little bit at the edge, but it's very pretty. When I get hot in the craft room, I have it always here with me, and it's a really good fan. Cools me down really quickly, which is great. Oh, the fellow that brought the chicken pen wanted it, Dimity. Oh, wow. How big was it? How do you transplant a mulberry tree? Oh, your fingers slipped when you were typing that message, Rose. I got there in the end. I realized it was eat. I was thinking, ear off the tree? I got it. See what all the smaller leaves look like instead. Oh, instead of the big ones? Oh, okay. We can do that too. Oh, let me just cool down for a moment. Okay. We could do, yeah, we can, oh, what if we did a couple of large ones on this side? I don't want them to hang off the edge though, because then they won't fit in my envelope. We do a couple of large ones on this side. We need room for our sentiment label as well. Or we can just put we can put a little sentiment down here too. And we could tuck some of these, if we add some of these ones in here and there. Incorporate some of those. We've got so many different little leaves here. It's a shame not to use them. She's thinking. Can you tell? I've gone quiet. Got to. Who else sticks their tongue out when they're thinking? My kids used to always give me a hard time because I would always stick. I'm very conscious of it now, so I don't think I do it anymore. But I used to be very conscious because my kids would always tease me when I stuck my tongue out when I was thinking. I think I used to do it a lot when I was doing my cake decorating. Did you all know that I used to do cake decorating? Yes, and so I used to always stick my tongue out when I was concentrating doing my cake decorating. And then as they got older, they realised they could tease me about it. As they do, you know kids. So we could do something like this. I don't know if this is going to work, but yeah, no, that's not really working, is it? It's too much. Too much. Just right there. Unless we had, well, let me show you. Okay, so let me stamp, hang on a minute. I'll stamp a couple of these leaves and I'll just show you. I think I've shown you before, but I'll show you again. Let's grab some of our Very Vanilla. Now you will use a Stampin' Pierce mat today because we're going to be using photopolymer stamps and we want to have that bit of cushioning underneath, and this foam mat gives us that cushioning. Oh, it was quite big, was it, Dimity? I was going to prune it again, and it had fruit on it too. Oh, wow. Who had to dig it out? Oh, it was in a large pot. Oh, got it. Okay, yep. Oh, just the 3 large leaves you liked, Julie. Just try all the small leaves like the example in the catalogue. Oh, okay. I was thinking, yep, sorry, I'm got my head turned away from the camera. I was thinking, I see what you're saying, these ones. Yes, good thinking. I was actually thinking, when I first saw that, I was thinking it was the big stamped ones. But now I realise you're right, it's actually the little die cut ones. Yes, I think you're right, that will look better, won't it? Oops. I get what you're saying now. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow on the uptake today. These ones. Yeah. So their strip was a bit narrower than this, but I think their whole card was narrower too. Looked like, yeah, in the catalogue here, it's like a slimline card, whereas I've done mine standard size. So I don't know, that might look a bit weird unless I cut this down a bit. I could cut this down, make it a bit narrower of a strip. Yeah. Oh, we should die cut some in the oxidized as well, because they'll be beautiful. I'll use some of these offcuts from the class and we'll make some out of that as well. Let's get this piece out here. All right, let's do that. Good thinking, Julie. All right, we'll grab, I'm going to need some more cardstock. I need some colors of, oh wait, I was going to show everybody how to stamp the, let me backtrack. Oh my goodness, sorry. I'll backtrack. I'll just show everybody how to stamp these autumn leaves first, and then we'll get back to doing that. So let me grab my blocks. Just so that you know how to stamp these. If you want to get this stamp set, you'll know how to stamp the leaves. Oops. It's a 2-step stamp set. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but for anybody who may be new and not know what a 2-step stamp set is, I am going to show you. So I'll just see if I can fit this on this block. Does it have to go at an angle? How do I fit this one on? I can't remember. It's been a while since I stamped all of those. Maybe I need a slightly bigger block. I need... Let's see now. I can't remember which block I used last time. Does it tell me on here what size block? No, probably tells me in the catalogue. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, it'll be on the page where the stamp set is. It should tell us here what size blocks we need. Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. Suggested block, suggested clear blocks, we need D, E, and G. D, so this is a D, which is my E. E was probably the longer one. No, that's not E, that's E. Not that one. This one is my E, that's my E. And the G, oh, the G might be the, I can never remember which one's which. That's C, that's A. Pretty sure that one's a B. I think it's one of the long ones. Is this it? Seeing them like G, yes. So that's the G, the long narrow one. So that's the one you can use for the long sentiments, the little long skinny sentiments. I haven't got a spare one of them up in my tray at the moment, but that's okay. We can use one of the other bigger ones. All right, so we might need to put the leaf on that one. And then will this one fit on there? No, that one might need to go on the other side of that one. Okay. All right, so I am using block E. Block E. So we'll use that we'll use that same block for the same, for both stamps. Okay, cardstock. I thought I had that out before. Did I? What did I do with it? I've put it down somewhere. Aha. I put my card on top of it. See, I'm not going crazy. I knew it was somewhere. Alrighty. Let's stamp a crumb cake. What have we got? Yeah, we've got crumb cake. We've got crumb cake. Yeah, we'll do another crumb cake one. And I'll just show you. Oh, you could do pecan pie as well, wild wheat, Cajun craze. Any of those would be great, but I'm just using the colours that we're using in the class. So we'll ink that up. Now, if you stamp it first generation, it's going to be very dark. So I will show you both. I'll just do a quick stamp and then we'll do a stamped off one. So I'll just press a lot more firmly with this one. There we go. Oops. All right, so that one's probably a little bit light. This one is quite heavy, but it depends on the color that you want. Now my ink pad is quite juicy as well because I think I re-inked it not long ago. So you might need to use a bone folder just to push the ink down into your stamp pad if you don't want it as juicy as that. Okay, so that's clean. We'll take that off there. And now we will do, so this piece, because this is photopolymer and it's stretchy, see how I can stretch it in different directions because it's got fine detail. so that I make sure I get it in the correct shape to fit inside the leaf, I'm just going to put it down on the paper, let it relax into its natural form, and then pick it up with the block. Okay, and I think for the center pieces we will use, let's use early espresso. All right, so you can ink your stamp up taking your ink pad to your stamp, or you can do it the other way around and take your stamp pad to your ink. Depends on the size of your stamp. If you've got a really, really large stamp, sometimes it's better to take your stamp pad to your stamp, or your ink pad to your stamp. There we go. Let's line this up. There. Oh, that's heavy, isn't it? That's a bit dark. That might have been a bit dark, but that's okay. Now, the thing is when you die cut that, so if you're just stamping that, that would be totally fine. When you're die cutting it with the dies though, just know that it only die cuts around the actual leaf itself, and it cuts off the stem, okay? So if you want the stem left on there, I would suggest you fussy cut with your paper snips or with your craft blade. Yeah, because otherwise you'll lose that stem. But anyway, that's just how you use the stamps. So, and the other stamps, they stamp in a similar way with the two-step stamping. Okay, so they've each got their little veiny bits that go with them. Okay, so very easy. Stampin' Up! Has lots of two-step stamps, which is great to add detail. Some of them add colour. Some of the two-step stamps actually add your colour, so you don't have to have additional, you know, colouring mediums. You can just use the stamps, which is great. All right, but now we're going to do some more die cutting. We're going to die cut some of those leaves. So bring back in our die. Now we've got 2 of the small autumn leaves, or maple leaves. So we can die cut 2 at once, which is great. Just a little tip as well. I may have already shown you this before, but my new tip is, because I'm finding a lot of my most used dies I do put onto magnetic sheets, especially my solid shapes like my circles, squares, blah, blah, blah. Some of these more detailed dies that perhaps aren't going to hang around as long, or I just run out of time to put them on my magnetic sheet. So now what I do is, before I remove any of my dies, when I first get them, I photocopy on my printer the how they are placed onto the sheet, so I know exactly how they have to go back so that they can all fit back on the sheet. And also too, it then also lets me know if I'm missing any, so I know exactly which dies I'm supposed to have on my sheet. Okay, so that's just an added little tip for you if you haven't seen that tip before. Okay, what is the time? I have no idea. Oh, 5:45, my goodness. Okay. Alrighty, let's die cut some of these. Now, let's see, what colours do we want? In the catalogue, what colours did they use on their card? Oh, they had some Moody Mauve in there, and some, what have we got? Copper Clay, and that one might actually be Cajun Craze. All right, I'll grab out some of those colours. Which colour did we have out? My goodness, I'm losing everything here. I need to put all these little bits and pieces back away, I think, into the little pouch. Where did I put it? Where did I put that other one that we were talking about before? Is it right? Are you all screaming at me? No, there it is. I was going to say, are you all screaming at me saying, it's right there, Mandy, it's right there. There we go. All right, so let's get some Moody Mauve. We've got this one already, so I think that's the Copper Clay. I might just grab a scrap of Moody Mauve, and let's chuck in some Cajun. We'll do it like this. All right. Some Moody Mauve. Oh, just move that out of the way. And I'm not sure if it's Cajun or if it's pecan, the other one. I think the Cajun will go. Yeah, let's do Cajun. Okay. In fact, I've got in my new, did you see my, did you see my post the other day about my storage? I'd updated my storage for my, completed my storage for my scraps. So this is how I store them. I've got these plastic sleeves, and these plastic sleeves came with a, like a flap on the end that had the adhesive that you can close over, so you can actually enclose things into this sleeve. It's like an A4 size. So I cut off, using my trimmer, I cut off that little flap, and then I just used my label maker to add my my colour on there, and then I just keep all my scraps in there, and then I keep that piece in with the sitting on top of the full pack of the colour. So yeah, so I've got all my colour, all my scraps right there. Very handy. Does anybody store theirs like that too? Let me know if you do. All right, so we'll do that one. That one, we'll do, cut a piece of this. I'm going to make sure I've got the right size, hey. There we go. All right, we can do two at once, so that's awesome. Put our little clear plate on top. So anyone who is not familiar with our mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, when you get the mini, you get all of the plates that you need for die cutting and also the plates that you need for embossing, which is awesome. You get everything you need to get you started. There we go. Okay, great. We have those, and then we're going to do a couple with the oxidized. Now they do tend to stick in the dies a little bit, so just poke out through those release holes in the back of your dies. Pop them out. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good. Oh, look at that, pretty. All right, and now let's get some of the oxidized. All right, we'll take a piece out of this. Oh, I've got two of those pieces there. There we go. Use that one. I'll use up down here. Just cut that. Snip, snip, snip. And we'll take a piece out of the top here. How gorgeous is this oxidized specialty paper? Oh, I can't even talk. It's oxidized specialty paper. So pretty, isn't it? All right, there we go. And we'll pop those on there. It's a little bit thinner than your ordinary designer series paper. But it's very pretty. Okie dokie. Now these pieces can't go in your paper recycling because they've got the metallic on them, so they have to go in the bin. Okay, so don't put those in your recycled paper bin. Same with the backings from your dimensionals and your tear and tape as well. They're also not supposed to be recycled because they've got a wax coating, or is it wax coating? I don't know if it's wax coating, but some sort of coating on them that is not supposed to go in with the paper recycling. So I believe. So I have been told. Alrighty, so let's put those back on here. Good. Alrighty, we'll move this out of the way and we'll do a little bit of daubering around the edges of those leaves just to give them a little bit more interest. And there's our card back again. All of our little bits and pieces. So I'm going to just pop all of these extra little bits and pieces back in the packet here. Just keep them. Didn't end up using any of the, oh, we're using one. one that was already pre-done. The others might be used for something else. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Okie doke. So we get some copper clay and some Moody Mauve. In fact, I might be able to do, done that one already. I'm not going to ink around the edges of the two oxidized ones. Dimity said, I've had them all in Colour Suite. Oh, yes. Thinking separate is better. Ah, gotcha, Dimity. Your storage of your scraps. Yeah, whatever works. Like, everybody likes to do it differently. And I just think whatever works, you know, best for you. Then, yeah, as long as you can find what you need and it's working well and it's organized, then that's all good. Some people store their cardstock and paper in colour collections. Some of them store them in rainbow, like I do. I don't know if mine's in actual rainbow order because I never know what order. What is the order of a rainbow? I only know if you sing the song. Red and yellow. I won't because I might, Facebook might not like it if I do that. But you know what I mean. There we go. All right, this one's already done. That one's got a little bit of colour now. I just added some copper clay to that, even though it's Cajun. And for the Moody Mauve, we'll do Moody Mauve on Moody Mauve. So sponge daubers, if you haven't seen them, sponge daubers, you can find them in the colouring tools section of the annual catalogue, or you can find them in the online store. They come in a set of 5, uninked, so they come nice and clean. And they are a fantastic colouring tool. They're one of my most used, actually. I've got one for every different colour because I use them all the time. And my little storage container I just bought online because Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell those. So I just found that online. If you'd like to find out more, feel free to send me a message. But yeah, you can find them online. Just type in sponge dauber storage container or something, I suppose. There we go. All right, good. Now, what else do we need? What else do we need for our card? We need a sentiment and we need a bow. Okay. So with the ribbon trim, the natural ribbon, they didn't fray their edges, but I always like frayed edges. You know me. They didn't dauber the edge of their vanilla, but you know me. I love my daubering. So as I said, we're changing it up a little bit. We're not making it exactly like the catalogue. We are just changing it up a tad. I'm also thinking too, I wonder if we need another little strip layer, just a little border behind that DSP. Let's just add these on first and see how they look. Hang on a sec. I just might need to cut this piece down a bit too. We'll see how we go. That one in the middle, I think. Well, that doesn't look terrible, does it? But maybe this needs to be a little bit narrower, just a little bit. I might trim that down and then we'll just add a little bit more ink, I think. I think. Let's see. What height is that? Oh, I'll turn it around this way. What height is that? Let's see. Oh, maybe 4 centimeters. Okay, I'll cut it down to 4. It's a little bit curly now because I've die cut it, so I'm going to make sure I get it nice and straight using those lines there on my trimmer to make sure that I get that nice and straight. Oh. There we go. All right, and then I will dauber the edge of that. So I've taken off a whole centimetre. I hope that this will be okay. Hope that it'll look all right now that I've done that, because I don't want to have to redo it. So it is what it is now. I'm not redoing it. So just put a bit more crumb cake around the edges there. There we go. It's nice and quick to do. I love daubering. It's just so quick and easy to do. That's going to be up under there like that. All right, let's do this again. 1, 2. Which way did I have them? That one over there. That one was in here. In the middle. That one was at the side there. In fact, you know what? I'm going to switch them around because I think we need a bit more colour with this one. And that one. There we go. Ah, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. I think I'm going to grab another colour to just put behind this strip, just as a little extra border, just to lift it a little bit. I'll grab some, what will I grab? I'll grab these 3 colours and we'll see. Some Moody Mauve. Cajun. What was the other one? Copper clay. Copper clay. So the good thing about the projects that are in the catalogue is you don't have to copy them exactly. You can change them up. Well, this piece isn't quite long enough, but it'll give us an idea anyway. So let's just see if I just had a little 2mm. How would that look? That would be cute. Actually, we could have it in the middle. We don't have to have it all the way to the edges, do we? Because this strip goes all the way to the edges, and then this one doesn't. And then this one could go just in from the edges a little bit. We could use what we've got. Just use what we've got. Oh, that'd be pretty, because then it brings in, because we've got lots of natural tones there, and then it brings in a little bit of the Moody Mauve, which is really nice. So yeah, I think we'll do that. Bring in a little bit of Moody Mauve. Alrighty. So now, what was this one? Who remembers? Who remembers the width? Was it 9.5? Yes, 9.5. Okay, so we add a little 2mm border on each side. Actually, what size border do we have? Because I just better double check that. Oh no, we've got 0.5 centimetre, so that'll be all right. So we'll add 2mm to each side. So we've got to cut this at 9. So it was 9.5. We've got to add and cut this at 9.9. And that should give us the right height that we need. If you wanted to, you could cut little strips and just tuck them under like that, which would save you cardstock, but I'm just trying to do it quickly. So, and I've got plenty of cardstock. So, but yes, if you want to save your cardstock, then just cut little strips. Yeah, there we go. It just adds a little bit of colour. Look at that. It's just subtle, but it's just that little bit of extra pizzazz. Now I'm just wondering, do we add a little bit of copper clay as well in under the edge there? Yeah. Oh, it's being obstropolous. It's being difficult. Oh, sticking my tongue out again. I just felt myself do it. How funny. After me just saying, oh, don't do it anymore. Guess what? I just did it. Add a little bit of extra bling with the copper clay. What do you think? I think so. All right, let's stick all this first, because that will be much easier if we do that bit first, and then we'll adhere that down to the card. All right, so in fact what I might do is I might adhere this one first. So we'll go this Moody Mauve first. Seeing comments pop up. Sorry, I'm missing your comments. Oh, Angela says she places hers in a small box within the colours. Easy to grab and use for die cutting. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, Angela, for your scraps. Oh, my comments went away. I've got to keep tapping my screen because the comments keep going away. Oh, hey, Laurie, how are you? You're just joining us. Great to have you here. How are things over in Ohio? What's the weather like over there right now? We're coming into summer, so we've been having some warmer days, but today's been overcast. It's been a weird day today. I don't know what the weather's doing. I think we're expecting rain this week. Rose says, love how you're doing with the card, but have to attend to dinner now. No worries, Rose. Thank you. Enjoy your dinner. We are having spaghetti bolognese for dinner tonight, and my son will have tacos. So he prefers tacos over spaghetti bolognese. So we use the same, I've got to make sure the weave is up the right way for our paper, because we were talking about that earlier, weren't we? Yeah, so I use the same mix, the same spaghetti bolognese meat for tacos and spaghetti bolognese. And so he prefers to have tacos, but then I've got a daughter who is allergic to corn, so she can't eat the corn chips, or the taco shells, I should say. So she has spaghetti, and my husband doesn't like corn, so he doesn't eat the tacos. So he has spaghetti. So two of us will have spaghetti, and two of us will have tacos, and then the other one, she's vegetarian, so she usually gets her own. Or she'll have part of what we're having, like she'll have some of the salad if I'm doing salad for the tacos, and we had some nice gluten-free rolls left over from the other day too. Love that colour with that little blanket, that little rug. Looks cool, doesn't it? Then we'll add this strip. This goes all the way across. I think we'll stick that flat, and we might mount up some of those leaves. Yeah, so dinner time at our house is always interesting because everybody has different dietary requirements, allergies, vegetarian. My husband's just plain fussy. Oh, now actually before we adhere this, I've got to adhere the ribbon. Oh, that was good. That was a good save. I nearly mucked that up, didn't I? Too busy chatting and not concentrating on what I'm doing. Hang on a sec. It's just, I'll put this back down, upside down. I'll add my ribbon, but I'm actually going to add some glue dots to my ribbon, because I don't, liquid glue doesn't adhere ribbon very well. So either use tear and tape or glue dots to adhere your ribbon. Oops, missed my glue dot. There we go. Okay. Now my ribbon is going that way, that's right. This way at the bottom. In fact, yeah, no, that's right. Hang on, I'm going to turn it up this way. Excuse me. I'm actually going to grab my silicone craft sheet. Thankfully, I found that today when I was tidying up some things. I'm going to put that down because the glue doesn't stick to that. And now I've got glue on the back of this, so I don't want it to get sticky onto the paper. So I want to line up this ribbon. I was going to use that copper ribbon as well, but I hadn't quite decided, had I? Should probably attach that first, shouldn't I? So you can do that just across there. Whoop. Whoop-a-doop-a-doop. And cut this ribbon at the same angle as the other side. There we go. So I might add that there, so we'll get some more glue dots. I need to move my fan. It's sitting on top of my bin. That's not very helpful. Okay, so let's get some glue dots onto our copper trim. This is really pretty ribbon, this one. The only thing is with this ribbon is it's quite curly, and with most ribbons you can uncurl it with your bone folder, but I don't know what it is about this, something to do with the metallics I think in this ribbon, but you can't uncurl it. So it kind of always wants to curl in the same, or in the same way that it's been on the spool, I suppose. So let's add some of that there. Oh, didn't stick that straight, did I? Didn't stick that over far enough, so I'll just trim that a little bit off. There we go. Nope, we need to take off a bit more. Don't want to cut my fraying now because I spent a while doing that. There we go. Okay, and now let's attach this. This glue is going to be drying now. That's all right. I'll attach this here like this. Just try and get that in the middle. Over that way a little bit. Just want a little bit of that metallic showing beneath there. There we go. Okay, like so. All right, now we can attach that to the card. I'm going to just put, you know what, I'm just going to put a bit of tear and tape over there where the ribbon is. And I'll apply some more glue to the rest of the cardstock because that will have dried quite a bit now, so it's not going to stick as well. Whoops. So we'll do that. Now, if you wanted to mount this piece up, you could, but I'm going to mount up some of those leaves, so I didn't want there to be too much height on my card. All right, okay, here we go. So this is going to go edge to edge. And we ended up with not very much of that ribbon showing, but that's okay. Here we go. We've got the shine of the copper in there as well. There we go. Wipe my fingers. Oops. Oh, that baby wipe's not very wet now too. That's dried out. That's all right. We'll get another one. Get some of that glue off. All right, and now we're ready to put our leaves on. And the last thing will be to add a sentiment, but we can add that afterwards because we're just going to add a small one. Now, I think with my leaves, I might like to have them staggered a little bit. I might put that one in there, you know. Maybe have that one there like that. There, so we might mount up that one and whoops. See, still got sticky on my finger. Oh, no worries. Thanks, Julie. Thank you. I nearly called you Robin then. Sorry. Thanks, Julie. There we go. All right, so we'll put them there like that. So I might mount up that one and maybe that one or the end one. Which one? That one and that one, I think. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we'll adhere down. I'll do the middle one first so that I get that one in place. And that one can just be straight. Then we'll do our 2 end ones. There we go, and then we'll get some Stampin' Dimensionals to mount up the other 2. This card is taking a lot longer than I expected. I thought this was going to be such a quick card, but I always underestimate the time. For some reason, it always ends up taking a lot longer than I anticipate. So I'm thinking I might only be able to show you a couple of the new things today, and the other ones I might have to do a separate unboxing video. Whoops. Oh, that's nearly stuck to my shirt. All right, so let's put this one down here, and then this one down here, overlapping those 2. Beautiful. Great. And now we need some a sentiment. So let's have a look. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got one of the stamps is sticking to, because I had stuck it on the front of the case, not in the case, and it was sticking to everything. Let's pop this back in here, and then we'll grab a sentiment. So let's have a look on the front what we have. So I'm thankful, with a grateful heart, and then we've got all these little ones for everything you do today and every day, to have you as a friend. So they kind of coordinate with those. Just thinking if I like the I'm thankful, but if I add that there, that might be a little bit too big. Let's see, what have we got in here? We've got a square one, we've got this one here. I rarely put my sentiments at the top, but maybe this one warrants a sentiment at the top. Like, I don't feel like I do. I feel like normally when I do a landscape card, I normally put the sentiment down here. But let's see, how big is the I'm thankful? It's pretty big actually. I'm thankful will fit on there, or do I just pop it on a strip down here? Thinking I just pop it on a strip down here rather than on the sentiment label. Sentiment label's a little bit big. I probably should have set that down a little bit or up a little bit if I had have wanted to fit the sentiment label on there too, because I just feel like that's a little bit too big. Yeah. Yeah, I might just do that. I think I'll just do that on a strip. Okay, let's do that. We'll grab a block. Yeah, it's too big, isn't it, Dimity? I agree. I agree. I concur. Okie dokie. Let's grab some vanilla. Vanilla. Where's my... There we go. In fact, I might see the width of this. So if I did a 2 centimeter strip, yeah, I think if I did a 2 centimeter strip, that might just be, or 1.5, 1 3/4, 1 3/4. Yeah, I might cut my strip first and then stamp my sentiment. Or you can do it the other way around, depending. I used to do it the other way around, actually. I used to always stamp my sentiment and then trim my cardstock, which I guess I could do. I might do that. And I'm going to stamp it in let's see. What colour do we want to stamp it in? I think I'll stamp it in the copper clay, because that'll go with the ribbon and with the leaf as well. I keep on going to want to call them flowers. They're not flowers, they're leaves. Stamp it up here. Oh, I don't think I stamped that straight. Oh no, that's good. That's okay. Good. All right. I'm thankful. And did you notice I didn't use my Stampin' Pierce mat then, which I probably should have, but it turned out okay. We're done with my scrap. There it is. Who else gets in a big mess when they're crafting? I think that's a really silly question, actually, because I think we all do, don't we? We all like to have a bit of crazy chaos going on when we're crafting. All right, let's trim this strip up. So let's have a look and see. Okay, so I'll go this way. No, I'll go this way. So I can see where to trim this up. So about, often when I do it this way by eye, I look to see what my gap is here, and then I kind of wing it and measure it just by eye here, and then I'll put a little pencil mark where I want to trim my cardstock. That is how I always used to do it. Oftentimes nowadays I tend to measure more accurately, but on the odd occasion I revert back to my old ways. There we go. All right, so we can have I'm thankful down here. We can trim that at a little bit of an angle. I do have a punch. We could punch the ends, but I think I'm just going to trim. I think I'll just trim. Just trim. Oh. And I liked this tip, which I saw from one of my team members the other day. And she said, oh yeah, she does this all the time. So where you've trimmed that piece at the angle, to get the other side at the same angle, you line up the piece that you just trimmed. Am I doing this correctly? I probably did it from the wrong end. But you use that as a template, and then you trim. Hopefully I've got that lined up the right way. Hang on a sec. If I go the other way, if I go that way, is that going to be the same way? No, that's going to be the wrong way. No, it has to go that way. I don't know how she did it. I don't know. I'm making it look really awkward. She made it look so easy when she did it the other day. I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. I need to do that so that you get the same angle. But I'm sure I just made that look so much more complicated than what it really is. Oh, good. All right, we'll do a little bit more crumb cake. We are nearly there, guys. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I'll quickly pull out a couple of things from that new box and show you, but I'm not going to have time to show you everything, unfortunately. This card just took a lot longer than I thought. I thought I'll quickly whip up a really quick card, and yeah, well, you know how it goes. All right, let's pop that up on some dimensionals, and then we'll be done. 1, 2, and 3. Make sure that's nice and stable. There we go. I'm glad I added that little pop of Moody Mauve. I think that really looks nice there. Just add our little sentiment label in here. Oops, that's not straight. Get it straight, Mandy. There we go. Good. We've got the frayed edges there, just making sure that they're showing a little bit of that copper. There we go. Beautiful. All done. Now, if you wanted to, like, I don't think it needs it necessarily, but you could add a little bow perhaps somewhere with a little bit of twine. I don't think it really needs it because you've got all of this here, and you've got the beautiful oxidized paper there as well. But there you go. So there are a couple of, a little bit of an extra stepped up version, I suppose. Not extra, but stepped up version of the card in the catalogue. Oh, they did have a little bow there too. Yeah, so just added an extra layer. They did a slimline card. I just did a standard card. I added the extra foil here, frayed the edges, mounted these two up, changed the sentiment. Yeah, I guess it's not exactly the same at all, is it? I used some different... Oh, actually, I wasn't sure. I think I used one different colour. But there you go. Yeah, it turned out a little turned out similar, but quite different too. So I hope you liked that. All right, let's have a look at some of these new products. I'll just quickly show you a couple of them. Put my card over to the side. I'm going to clear up a little bit of space here, clear up a little bit of mess to show you the new things. I'll move these up. Now, these new products are going to be, as I said, from the, oh, I should clean my hands first too, from the January to April 2024 mini catalogue. They will be available to demonstrators from, I think it's the 5th of December. We can order them early as pre-order. So if you want to get these products early that I'm about to show you, then you are welcome to join my team and you can add them to your starter kit. Now also too, the other products that I showed you earlier that are on going to be in the last chance list that are reduced, you can, oh, sorry, I'm just making room, hang on. You can also add those to your starter kit. And if you're ordering those that are on special, that means you'll get more added to your starter kit because you'll be saving a lot more money. So with the starter kit, it's only $169 to purchase the starter kit, but then you get to choose $235 worth of product in your starter kit of whatever you like. All right, well, let me see. What will I show you first? All right, well, let's change it up a little bit. We've been using some natural tones today, so let's change it up a little bit. Let me show you some fun, bright colors. So this is the Lighter Than Air Designer Series paper. It's 6 by 6 inches or 15.2 by 15.2 centimeters. This is from a whole suite, but I didn't get the stamp set and the dies yet. I just got the paper, the ribbon and the bling, because I'm planning to use them with something else, which I'll show you in a moment. But let's have a look. I haven't even opened this pack of papers yet. So, wait, what time is it? Oh my goodness, it's so late. I'll quickly open these and give you a little glimpse of these. So we that attended on stage, the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator annual event, we were able to pre-order these in what is called the PPP, the Product Purchase Premiere. So it's like a pre-order. All right, now I will fan these papers out. I'll give you a quick little glimpse. How cute are these little hot air balloons? But I will give you a little glimpse. Look at those colors on the back, so adorable. Pretty spots, we've got some clouds there. Love those colored spots. They remind me of fairy bread, actually. Beautiful colors. Look at these gorgeous colors. These will make such pretty, pretty cards. Great for kids cards, baby cards. Wait till you see what I'm going to be using these with. How pretty is this? So lots of beautiful colors and patterns in there. Love those patterns, colors, clouds. Always great to have clouds. So you get in that pack, you get the 48 sheets of the Designer Series paper. And then we've got these gorgeous rainbow adhesive backed dots. Now, if you've got any questions about any of these new products, please feel free to ask me. If you would like to find out more about the starter kit, about purchasing the starter kit and joining our beautiful crafting community, then please feel free to ask me about that as well. And if you're here in Australia, we would love to welcome you to our team, to our beautiful crafting community. Look at all these pretty colours. They are so cute. Love those. And then we've got the baker's twine in the 3 different colours. So it's Calypso Coral, I think. Oh, I'm trying to remember the colours now. No, it wasn't. It was Flirty Flamingo, Lemon Lolly, and Balmy Blue. Was it Lemon Lolly or Daffodil Delight? I think it was Lemon Lolly. Yeah, and oh, actually, you know what? It'll tell me because I've got the colours here. So in the paper, there is Azure Afternoon, Balmy Blue, Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lolly, Petal Pink, and Pool Party. Yes, so we've got Balmy Blue, Lemon Lolly, and Flirty Flamingo. So how cute are they? And what I bought them to go with was this really cute set. Look at this ice cream set. How adorable is this? Now these ice creams, they are huge. When I opened up the stamp set, I was so surprised how big they are. Look how big they are on my hand. That's the top of the ice cream. It fills my palm of my hand. So how fun will they be? And I love the donuts in here and the strawberry. And you've got a little waffle, little wafer to put in the top of the cone. You've got a cherry on top, some cute little sentiments in some mixed fonts there. And of course we've got coordinating dies. This is the ice cream swirl dies. So let's have a look at these. As you can see, I haven't opened these up yet. Whoop. There they are. Wow. How cool is that? Wait a minute. Let me move this out of the way. Let's move that over to the side for a moment. How cool is that? So we've got a die that cuts out the top of the ice cream, and then we've got a detailed die in there as well, which I've seen that used in the event, in the onstage event that was used, and it looked so great. We've got the cone, we've got the die to cut out the wafer stick, the cherry, the strawberry, the donut. We've got some sprinkles, or you can even use that as confetti. We've got the cone die. Now the cone die, it cuts out like a double cone. So you can fold it over and make it into like a little tag or a little card, which is a super cool idea. Then you can also die cut the detail on the cone, or you can, if you only want one part of the cone, you can just cut that in half. If you're, so for instance, you're die cutting just the stamped image, then you'll just cut that there, and yeah, just use half of it. Not cut the die, but once you've die cut the cardstock, then cut the cardstock is what I meant. Yeah, so how cool is that? So I think they will go really great with some of these patterns. Probably not the balloons, but on the other side of the balloons. But yeah, how cool would the ice creams be with some of these really fun patterns? And this one. So I can't wait to have a play. I haven't had a chance to have a play yet. I only received my order on Friday. So I haven't had a chance to have a play yet, but I'm so excited to play with this one. I think it will be so cute. So there you go. So that's all I'll show you today. I'll do a full unboxing on another video, I think, because I need a little bit more time to go through everything else. But there's just a little sneaky peek for you. So thank you to those of you who waited till the end to see some of those new products. So yeah, wait until you see what I create with these. Even just the fruit on their own, like the strawberries and the cherries, maybe even with the donuts. Yeah, super cute. We've got the confetti there as well, or the sprinkles for the ice cream. Oh, we could do choc tops. We could do different flavored ice creams. What's everyone's flavored ice cream? What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Let me know. All right, let me see what else. Oh yeah, Glenda, it's lovely reminiscing about our childhoods, isn't it? I love to do that too. Yeah. And Laurie says it's a little chilly at night over there in Ohio. Today was in the 60s, which is 15.5 degrees Celsius with sunshines. Oh, that's not too bad for a winter's day, actually. Great, great. Yeah, so there you go. All right, well, I'm going to tip the camera back up now so that I can say goodbye to you. So bear with me, and here we go. Cover up the camera. I always worry that I'm not going to get that in the right spot when I do that. Up we go. Flip, flip. And oh, I didn't flip that one. I did click it. I did tapped on it, but it didn't flip. There we go. Lights in my eyes. Okay. So thank you all so much for joining me today. It was fun to create that card. A lot longer than I expected, but there you go. So there's another sample for you. So if you join in with my All About Autumn class, which the registrations are closing tonight at 9 p.m. So you've got a little bit of time left still to register. The link is in the just in the comments, but I'll also put it in the description of the video. So be sure to register for that. And there's an additional card now that you can also make with some of the leftovers from the class. You'll have a little bit left over, not too much, but you'll have a little bit left over so that you can create this card as well. So I hope that you really enjoyed that. And if there's anything I can help you with, remember we've got the last chance sale starting tomorrow, the 21st of November. And then if you are a demonstrator, remember that you get any of those discounts on top of you get your demonstrator discount on top of any of those already discounted products, which is awesome. If you would like more information about joining Stampin' Up! And enjoying that discount along with us, you don't have to hold classes or do Facebook Lives or anything like that. You can simply join to enjoy the discount. Then if you choose to share it with your friends, you can, but you don't have to. There is no pressure to sell if you don't want to do that. That's okay too. So feel free to get in contact with me, send me a message or an email to let me know how I can help you. And that will be my pleasure to be able to help you and give you any information you need. So have a great week, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again next Monday at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Now, watch out. I do have a very busy week this week, so I'm not guaranteed when I'll be able to do it, but I'll try and get that unboxing video done at some stage this week when I have a chance to show you all the rest of those brand new products that are coming out. So have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you all again really soon. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye.